So let's go test drive the Xiaomi SU7 MAX and see if it's better than my BMW i340L Plus. Now I've driven the Xiaomi SU7 MAX before, but it was very short. It was only for about 5 minutes in Shenzhen, and all we did was drive really fast. So I kind of want to drive today and drive slower. I just want to drive around, just cruise. I'm just going to film. I want to film the truck. He's like, check it where I park. I want to film that truck. There's a truck full of Xiaomi's getting delivered, so I'll go have a look. Because I haven't seen all of the colors yet. I think this one with the black wheel options is probably the best color. I think this color's too bright. Too bright. This one's too feminine. I think this one's for like older people. Like, they're nice colors, don't get me wrong, but I think this one's a little bit, it's a little bit older. You know, just older audience, older kind of golf players or something. Overall, looks pretty good in there. Engineering looks pretty good. Like, people say, oh, they copied the Porsche Taycan or something. Like, that's not a bad thing. The Porsche Taycan is probably the best looking and probably has been the best EV for a long time. Yeah, in the black, I think it looks good too. I think out of all the ones that I've seen here, I think this is the one I would get. It's cool to see all of the different colors at the same time. I think they close at 6 o'clock and it's like 5 something. I don't know where you go for test drives, but they've got heaps of stuff here. I might have to film all this when I come back. Alright, go.
我待会儿需要您用微信扫码。
Okay. So I will just say, like, as a foreigner, I think the process is a little bit confusing. You know, with the BMW, when I test drove that and I bought the BMW, it was just very smooth. They sort of understand that you don't know how to do these things, you don't know how to register these things, so...
我英文不好，我不知道如何写。
I don't need to speak Mandarin to explore China. China's very modern now.
很现代。哦 ，good. Please. Look.
See, I've already driven it fast. I kind of want to drive it normally. I just want to do some normal driving. See if it's actually worth... It's not very clean. Could be a bit cleaner. That's why I probably don't recommend getting the white interior. Like, it's a little bit dirty already. But, yeah, because I've already done some fast driving, I've already done the 0 to 100 a few times in Shenzhen. I kind of want to see, like, what is the SU7 MAX like to just drive normally, just drive it around naturally the way I would normally drive. Because it's one of the areas that I think my BMW is better. I think this car is much faster, this car is much more fun to have a play with if you're going to go to the track or you're going to, you know, have some fun driving, night driving, stuff like that. But I still think that my BMW is more refined from a daily driving perspective, from a luxury, a comfort perspective, how it feels to drive. I still think the BMW is probably better, but I could be wrong. Like, I only drove it for about 10 minutes last time, so I'm excited to just see what it's like to drive normally. Because everybody knows this car's fun. Everybody knows this car is very fast. It's a very popular topic. It's a popular car at the moment. I think it's an amazing product for their first car. You know, if this is Xiaomi's first car, think about what cars they're going to be making in 5 years from now, or 10 years from now. Like, it's crazy. So, yeah, because last time that I drove this car, there was no English option in the menu. You couldn't change it to English. And I spoke to the Xiaomi staff and they said they're developing it, but it hasn't been done yet. So it would obviously be an issue for me if I was going to buy this car. Because I like to read all of the settings and play with everything. And so, you know, you can use Translate. I can take photos and use Translate or have a friend help me.
12同学
But
在
你可以切
Yeah,
换
I don't think it's
英文
available
模
yet.
式吗
I think they're still developing it.
我暂时还不支持这个功能。
I think obviously Xiaomi's going to ship this car internationally at some point. Trucks full of Xiaomi's getting delivered to everywhere. Yeah.
Three, two, one, go.
Yeah, straight away you notice
Pricing.
just how much faster it takes off compared to my car,
Pricing.
because obviously my car's rear-wheel drive.
这是
This car's
它的
four-wheel
导
drive,
引
so
加速
yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, lots of development in Wuhan. So obviously not a very good road. It's a good way to test how the car feels. It feels very good. It feels very smooth. But something you notice is that why you should always drive the car yourself. I notice when I sit in the passenger seat of a car, the car always feels kind of soft. It feels comfortable. I think it's really when you're driving that you feel what the car is like, because you're kind of connected to the car. Your feet are on the pedals, your hands are on the steering wheel. So I think it's when you drive is when you really feel, you know, whether a car is kind of soft or bumpy or... And I would say straight away, like, there is some hard plastics here, which I don't really like. I mean, it's not an expensive car. Obviously, they've modeled it from the Porsche Taycan, which is a good thing. But it's not a million RMB the way the Porsche Taycan is. So I get it, like, you can't make everything perfect. But I think that something Xiaomi could improve is to like change these kind of hard plastics to something like that fake Alcantara product, because that product is not expensive. And you notice McLaren does that. I know McLaren's a very expensive car, but they've used like that kind of Alcantara on like all of this stuff. And I think it's a really good idea because it makes everything soft and there's less noise. There's less vibration noise. There's less kind of reverberation because you don't have these hard plastics. You know, and it's all of this stuff is nice and soft. This is nice. This is all very nice. It's all very nice up here. You know, even this stuff is kind of nice. It's like fake wood, although I wouldn't choose this if I was designing it. It's kind of soft here. But just these plastics, I think Xiaomi could change these for a kind of fabric. You know, similar to this even. This is a kind of fabric for your phone, right? I think they could use something similar here and here. And I think... cool. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. See, this is something that my BMW doesn't have. You know, my BMW doesn't have any of this. They're doing some kind of giant drone thing over there. Yeah, it's cool. It's very fast. It's very, yeah. So this is one of the disadvantages of my BMW i3. It doesn't have this kind of like sensory system and intelligent sort of automated driving. It doesn't have that. Yeah, sensors outside the car, yeah. Yeah, and I think that's one of the good things about Xiaomi. I think Xiaomi's going to find little things that they can fix about this car and things they can improve. And so, like, I think maybe I'm going to wait until the next version of this, maybe in a year or in 2 years or whenever because I think the car's amazing already. It's just an incredible car for their first product. I don't think there's any other company in the world outside of China that could have done this, that could have built this car as their first car. It's incredible. But obviously being your first car and you are not being a car company, there's going to be little things that you need to fix and things you need to improve. Like it's part of car manufacturing. Like part of why BMW and Audi and Mercedes are such good cars is they've been doing it for a very, very long time. So, you know, I think Xiaomi will slowly find things they can fix and things they can improve. You know, I think this is an incredible car and I think it's only going to get better. I think the white looks pretty good.
这是客户新提的车。
So I don't know, are they test driving or did they just buy it? Not sure. But obviously this is the blue color. And yeah, another design, because I would like to give some advice to Xiaomi too, as somebody who's owned many cars in my life. Oh, this is one of those automated cars. Look, it's causing problems already. It's already causing traffic. Look. But like, I've owned a lot of cars in my life. I've driven a lot of cars in my life. I've lived in different countries. Yeah. I would like to give some advice to companies like Xiaomi to help them improve. I really dislike this central screen system. I think the way that BMW and Porsche has their screens is much better. It's much more naturally part of the dash, where you just have one strip screen. I think it's more natural. It's more part of your viewing angle. Whereas I think this is a little bit too much. It's too like in your face. I think the BMW and Porsche system, it just looks more comfortable. There's just this natural progression of a screen. Whereas this thing's kind of just bam in the way.
Look me.
Yeah. It's certainly a nice screen. I just think, I dislike the Tesla version as well. I think the Tesla style of this is no good too. You know, so giving some constructive criticism to Xiaomi, I think, is a good thing. Like, other than that, there's not really many things that I dislike about it. I think
I was an L2 assistant driver.
I think if I was to change anything about the Xiaomi, I think I would just change these hard plastics. I think I would change the screen system. I would make it a long strip screen instead of this style of just in your face kind of. It's a bit abnormal. It just looks weird. But other than that, like the car itself, I think the design's very good. I think the interior is quite good.
Sounds very good.
It's a little bit annoying you can't open this, but it's also cool having such a big glass piece there.
You want to
现在想来驾驶它吗？
You want to drive him now?
Sure.
Sure.
I think this is cool. This is better than the plastic ones that the companies use. This is better than my BMW one. I think softer fabrics like this, it's just better. It feels more natural and it makes less noise as well. I think that's cool. And like this material, see this? This is all nice. It's all nice. They should use something like this down here and in this plastic. So this is sport. It's sport mode.
Sport.
Yeah, that's what this is, right?
右转
Go right.
，Go around。
过红绿灯后到达目的地附近。
Go。
Yeah, just 100 like instantly.
对
Just
，Yeah yeah yeah。
immediately.
This car can go up to 265.
65, yeah. not a good road. Go right. Yeah.
右转
Yeah, it feels quite good. It feels.
Turn right.
，Turn right。
I think it feels quite soft. This way.
Support drive。
It's just instant. You just get to 100 and it just restricts it straight away. I think you really need to go over 100 to get the most sensation out of this car. I think it gets to 100 so fast. That,
Turn right。 turn right.
Right. You get to 100 so fast that it kind of kills the fun. It's almost like you need to go to a racetrack or the motorway to really enjoy it properly.
Carry out.
直行
And you can feel it even from about 80 kilometers an hour. You can feel it starts pulling the power back to slow you down, because it knows you're going to 100 soon. There's a 100 restriction on it because of the test drive. So I think the car is actually faster than it feels. You just don't get to enjoy it in a test drive environment. I think you need to kind of rent one or do a track day or something like that. So
we are back.
We're back.
do I go here?
Hey, we are back.
We're back.
We're back.
See, I think
turn right.
I'm still going to drive it again. I want to drive it a few times before I make a decision on what I'm going to buy. Like, this is my car.
My car.
i340L.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, my BMW doesn't have this either.
给你演示它的自动泊车，
To cover up.
给你展示它的自动泊车，
To show
给
you.
你展示它的自动泊车。
To show you his automatic parking.
So let's see how good it parks. Does it park good?
它极限是5公分。
车停好了，注意拿好。
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at how well it parks.
你的手机仍在车内，别忘了带走哦。
Damn, that's pretty good, man. It's pretty even. It's pretty even. It's pretty good. Pretty good parking. I think it parked better than me. Not bad. Yeah, I'm making social media. Xiaohongshu, Bilibili, YouTube.
Oh,
that kind of
yeah.
stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I think China's the future of social media. China's the future of almost every industry, every technology.
Your fan.
Sure,
Can I be your fan?
sure, follower, sure. Subscribe. But I think China's the future of almost every technology and industry, and I think the Xiaomi SU7 is the perfect example of that. I don't think there's any other company or country in the world that could produce this as their first car.
这叫能源城。
So I'm guessing these are all the different accessories that you can buy for the car. Like different things you can put in the
He has some
car.
things he can put in his car.
Yeah. It's like karaoke, KTV. You
Ah,
can do
yeah,
it. You
yeah,
can do it in your
KTV,
car. Yeah,
KTV.
you do it in your car. Yeah.
你来跟他交流。
CB radios, man. I remember back in the day doing Skyline. This is Skyline cruises. Hello. Hello. I'll just have a look first. Let me film you.
Okay.
I remember back in the day, like Nissan Skyline cruises in Skylines Australia, having CB radios, man. They're really useful. You might think, oh, we have phones. Like, what do we need? Like, seriously, having radios in your car when you're doing cruises with your friends is really cool because you can all just talk to each other without using your phone, without having to like hold the phone and look at the screen. You can just talk. It's really cool. And they got this like really cool torch too. I remember looking at it, but it's pretty expensive. I think it was like 400 or something, which is surprising for Xiaomi because I think they started by doing like affordable portable batteries, something like that. Which is incredible when you think about like this company started as somebody, you know, wanting to make cheaper portable chargers for their phone or whatever, and then look at what they're producing now. Like I said, I think Xiaomi is the perfect example of what modern Chinese companies have become now. Just very advanced. And they got so many cars here, man. So what is this? Is this deliveries for new cars?
Where for delivery?
For new cars.
It's our delivery.
Okay. So is this place the place in Wuhan? If somebody buys a Xiaomi in Wuhan, this is where they get it from. They come here. Is this the only one?
No, we have 8.
Like delivery centers.
No, only one delivery.
This is the delivery center. Yeah. Okay.
Hubei province.
Yeah. So the whole province, not just
The
Wuhan.
whole province.
Hubei province. Wow. So
Hubei province.
Hubei. So anyone that buys a Xiaomi in this province in Hubei, they come here to pick their car up. And so the delivery centers in there, it's like they pre-stage it, they clean the car, they check there's no damage. You know, it gets delivered from the trucks outside, driven in here, they check everything, and then the customer will pick it up outside somewhere, I imagine. But that's cool. It's like, what else have they got here? They've got all the different types of interiors too, which is something you really should look at, because I think the combination of what color you choose and the interior is a big deal. I think in this particular car, like, you want to get the colors right for what you want. So what would I get? I'd probably, like I said, either get black or that dark blue. There's a kind of dark blue color. I don't see it very often. It's not very popular. I think it's there. I think it's in the corner there. I'll see if there's one outside I can look at. But I think that one with just like the black interior that has the red stitching, I think it depends on who you are. I think if you're a girl, then you can go more bright colors. I think if you want something that's more flashy, this combination is pretty cool. I think this color with the black wheels is good. And obviously if you've got this color, you've got this kind of orange. I think this color, like red interior, I think it suits it a lot. It's sort of the flows on effect of the color. I think it looks really good. I think this is probably the best combination if you really want to stand out, you really want people to look at you. I think this is probably the best combination. The best wheel combination, the best color, and I think this is probably the best just spec in general. I think it's very bright, it's very fun. But yeah, for me, maybe a bit too bright. I think if it's like this, like I want a Lambo or something, and it's going to look like that. But yeah, I said this before, I think this color's a bit for like older people. This one's a little bit dull, but yeah, just make sure you get the color combinations correct. They've actually got the colors here. I think these two, if you're a guy, I think these two are probably the best ones for a guy. I think if you're a girl, you can choose whatever you want. Maybe this one, but yeah, this kind of color's cool too for interior female. It's very Porsche style color. Yeah, man, lots of Chinese been to Australia. He studied in Adelaide, so. Yeah, you can see the airbag suspension. It's really big, it's really wide. Obviously, like, it's just totally different. So, like, my BMW has airbag suspension, but only in the back. In the front, it still has the standard suspension. Only the rear of my BMW has airbag suspension. I think this has airbag suspension all four. I think part of why they use airbag suspension isn't just because it's more comfortable. I think it's when your car gets really heavy, which EVs are obviously very heavy, they kind of need to use airbag suspension. Normal suspension just isn't strong enough.
How to say? This type is for...
Yeah, airbag suspension.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I think, I don't know much about it, but I'm guessing the way it works is it uses air pressure to suspend the car. And then when the car is off, does all the air come out?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you use the car, it pressurizes the...
You can
okay.
control the...
Yeah. And you can also change the height with it as well, right? Like, yeah. You think about all the stuff they had to design, all the things they had to develop for a first car.
We sell this car in March 2028.
So what, 6 months it's been out now?
Yeah,
6 months.
just
6 months. How long did it get developed for? How long was it developed and designed for? Like when did the project?
Maybe 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Like, do you know when the project started? When they started?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Maybe it's a secret.
Secret?
In Xiaomi. Yeah.
Xiaomi. So they're making an SUV too now, right? There's another car coming.
We will. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think like this for a first car is very good. I wonder what Xiaomi will be making in 5 years.
Yeah, you know, SUV is familiar for the and they use the same.
The same platform.
The same platform for the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we make the SUV, it's so easy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier to make the second car. Yeah, definitely. I think like
and
if
the SUV is more popular than this car.
Yeah. I think like a part of why this car is so popular though is it has that sport aspect to it. It's kind of sporty, like it's fast. You know, it's fun to drive. Whereas I think a lot of the other EVs they're just a standard car.
Yeah.
I think the Xiaomi has something special. I think it makes it more popular. It's just your whole floor is a battery.
It's
Just-
electric.
Yeah, it's just so different, to. And it's funny because I used to think like EVs were too early. You know, I used to think, oh, EVs are too early. Like it's a bit of a silly technology or whatever. And then I came to China. I started test driving some EVs, and I ended up buying the BMW i340L Plus, which is like a EV version of an M340i BMW 3 Series. And just, I'll admit it, man. I think for daily driving, luxury driving, just standard driving, electric vehicles are better than combustion engines, man. They're just better. They're quieter, they're smoother, there's no smell, there's no heat. The power is like a video game, it's instant. I think it's much cheaper to use. It's considerably cheaper to charge my car compared to using petrol. Just, there's basically no negative. I think the only negatives that I've noticed from owning an EV is the resale is quite bad. And I think that like if you're doing long distance road trips the way that I am, you've got to figure out how you're going to charge and things like that. But other than that, I think EVs beat petrol cars in every single way. I think the only exception is performance cars like Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren, things like that, special cars. I think EVs will never be able to replace that because there's just so much mechanical character, you know, to a Ferrari 812 Superfast or you know, Lamborghini Huracan, those kind of cars. There's just so much mechanical energy and theater to it that you can't replicate that with an EV. You know, when you've done 0 to 100 in 2.7 seconds, you've done it 5 times, 10 times, 20 times in an EV, it kind of gets boring. Whereas, you know, an 812 Superfast, you know, even though it's, I think, 0 to 100 in 3.4 seconds or something, it's slower than this car. Right? It costs 10 times more than this, but it's slower. That car feels more fun to do 0 to 100. You never get bored of it, even though it's slower, because of just the way it feels, the way it sounds, the character of it. But I think it's the future. I think EV cars are the future. I think especially for general driving. And I think a lot of cars are behind, man. I think a lot of cars are, a lot of car companies, a lot of countries, they're behind. They're way behind, man. I think anybody who's interested in cars, and anybody who's interested in the future should come and explore China for themselves, even if it's just from an automotive perspective. I think just come test drive, man. Come look at cars. It's not that hard to get a Chinese driver's license. Come see the future. So obviously this is quite small. It's not going to have much of an effect in terms of aero. But yeah. But I do think it's very cool from a design aspect. I think it just makes the back look a lot more dynamic. It looks a lot more sporty, performance-based. It's kind of a nice touch to just hide that in there as well. You know, just 495 kilowatts, which is crazy. Yeah, I do like the back of the car. I think it's hard to get all elements of a car right, but I think Xiaomi's done an incredible job. So when you're driving, you can choose change the height of the car.
5 cm.
5 centimeters.
Yeah.
So these are the exterior colors. And obviously these are interior color options. So these are the wheel options, but there's another one. There's a fourth one. There's actually 4 options. I think this is the best wheel they have. I do think this interior looks cool. It's a little bit feminine, but I think the colors are really nice. It's almost like a berry, like a dark berry purple. Yeah, it's interesting for people that don't know. Even though the EV is a massive battery, it still has a standard sort of small car battery. And the reason is so when you lock the car and you turn the car off, the car actually physically with a double pole kind of circuit breaker disconnects the battery from the car so that the battery doesn't drain power. And then when you press the button on your key to unlock the car, it uses this battery to then re-turn on this battery for the car. And this is why I went to Australia for 16 days and I left my car with 59% battery. And when I went to Australia, I thought I might lose a few percent while I'm away. I came back, it still had 59% battery. It lost no power in the 16 days that I left it parked in Shanghai. And the reason is because when you lock the car, you can hear it. There's like a physical noise. And it's because it's disconnecting. There's a physical circuit breaker that disconnects the main battery in the car from the rest of the car, from the electrical circuits. So the battery doesn't drain any power. And obviously, because it's disconnected, it needs another battery in order to, when you unlock the car or lock the car, to return that circuit breaker on and then connect the full battery again. And so even though the whole car is basically a battery, it still needs to have a battery like this. And see, I don't know what these cars are doing. I think they're waiting to be checked. cleaned and then delivered to customers. I think they just have so many that they have to park them there. So, like, what's my thoughts on the Xiaomi SU7 MAX? Like I said, I think it's an incredible car when you consider that that's Xiaomi's first car. Do I think it's better than my BMW i3 40L Plus? I think if you want a performance car, I think if you want a car that's going to make you laugh, something that's a little bit more extreme, then yeah, obviously I think the Xiaomi SU7 MAX is a better car than my BMW. But like, as for daily driving, just regular driving, I think the BMW is still more refined. I think the way that it feels to drive, the energy that the car has, the vibe that the car has, the interior refinement, I think especially the screen design is significantly better in BMW and Porsche compared to what Xiaomi has with the big central screen. I really dislike that big central screen, the way that Tesla has, the way that Xiaomi has. I just don't think it's very natural. I think the long screen, like I've said, in the dash is a much more natural feeling because it's all there anyway. You're not distracted by this kind of big TV looking thing in the middle. And it's out of place. It's not sort of central to where you're looking. So you're always like looking over here, you know, which is one of the things I hate about Teslas. Whereas in my BMW, I'm never like looking over here. I'm always looking straight ahead. I'm looking at the dash where all the information is because it's all one screen. And so, is it a good car? Yeah. Should you buy it? Yeah. But does it surpass something like the i3 in terms of daily luxury, daily driving? I think probably not. I think it eventually will. And remember too, though, that this car is more expensive than the Xiaomi is. So, I mean, you're paying probably 20,000, 30,000 more RMB for this car compared to the Xiaomi SU7. So, like, naturally, you're going to get a little bit more refinement. BMW's been making cars for a lot longer. But, will I sell my BMW and buy an SU7 MAX? I don't know. Maybe.